What's up, guys? It's Koren. Just want to share with you another chapter from Neville Goddard. This book is The Power of Awareness. Neville Goddard, to me, is one of the best spiritual teachers on metaphysics and how to create your own reality, and really just opened up my mind to see my spiritual intelligence and how our thoughts, our feelings, our inner conversations genuinely create our reality. I was reading through one of his other books on the power of prayer, and he talks so much about how when you pray, to pray correctly, you are really giving thanks for what you desire for already existing. And that is what allows you to shift your inner beliefs. And it's one way to shift your inner beliefs. And I've used this in my own life many a times, whether I was giving gratitude or expressing appreciation or giving thanks for my business taking off or working with certain brands. And so it's truly amazing. Neville Goddard has really helped me transform my life. So I'm going to read this chapter on creation. It's out of the book Out of a Power of Awareness, and it is chapter number 10. Creation is finished. Creativeness is only a deeper receptiveness for the entire contents of all time and all space, while experienced in a time sequence actually coexist in an infinite and eternal now. In other words, all that you ever have been or ever will be, in fact, all that mankind ever was or will be, exists now. This is what is meant by creation. And the statement that creation is finished means that nothing is ever to be created, it is only to be manifested. What is called creativeness is only becoming aware of what already is. You simply become aware by increasing portions of that which already exists. The fact that you can never be anything that you are not already or experience anything not already existing explains the experience of having an acute feeling of having heard before what has been said, or having met before the person being met before the first time, or having seen a place or thing being seen for the first time. The whole of creation exists in you, and it is your destiny to become increasingly aware of its infinite wonders and to experience ever greater and grander portions of it. If creation is finished and all events are taking place now, the question that springs naturally to the mind is, what determines your time track? That is, what determines the events which you encounter? And the answer is your concept of yourself. Concepts determine the route that your attention follows. Here is a good test to prove this fact. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and observe the route that your attention follows. You will observe that as long as you remain faithful to your assumption, so long will your attention be confronted with images clearly related to that assumption. For example, assume that you have a wonderful business. You will notice how in your imagination your attention is focused on incident after incident relating to that assumption. Friends congratulate you, tell you how lucky you are. Others are envious and critical. From there, your attention goes to larger office, bigger bank balances, and many other similar related events. Persistent in this assumption will result in actually experiencing, in fact, that which you assume. The same is true regarding any concept. If your concept of yourself is that you are a failure, you will encounter in your imagination a whole series of incidents in conformance to that concept. Thus, it is clearly seen how you, by your concept of yourself, determine your present. That is, the particular portion of creation which you experience now. And your future, that is, the particular portion of your creation which you will experience. So a lot to unpack there. I will absolutely say a couple key things for me. Creation is finished. Everything is already existing. For me, what I take away from that is that what we already desire, everything is here. Energy is never created or destroyed. If you receive a thought or an intuition or an idea, that energy is already out there. If you receive an idea to start yourself a business, to spend time with your kids, to create a new recipe, in my mind, the way I interpret it is that these things are already exist. They are already floating out there in the atmosphere, and you are literally just picking up on those energetic fields. There's so much to this world that we cannot physically see with our eyes. So for those of you who are skeptical, I just ask you to show me where the oxygen is that you breathe in. You can't see it. Show me the carbon dioxide that you exhale. You cannot see it. We are literally swimming in a pool of thoughts and an atmosphere, and thoughts have energy, they are magnetic and they have energy. So, an exercise that I like to do is, suppose there's something that I desire. Okay. I ask myself, one, what does it feel like now that I have this desire in my life? And I get myself into a quiet state. I can do it almost at any point of the day. I prefer to do it in the morning, in the evening, and then around 12 o'clock midday. So if I'm looking at transforming something or pulling something in or elevating my identity of myself and experiencing what it's like and thereby vibrating on that level. So what I do, I close my eyes, I get really still, and I get really quiet. The reason why I do that is because all of my mental energy is going into the 5 sensory world. Okay, what I can see, what I can hear, what people are asking me, my text messages, the kids, the boyfriend, everything. Everything's pulling your energy. Be still and know that I am God. So go into your closet and pray, as Neville Goddard would say. So still your mind, still your thoughts, remove your awareness, and go within. I take a few deep breaths, and then I look at my desire and I say, what it is that I want to desire. So if I am growing my sales to $100,000 a month, I close my eyes and I get quiet and I say, I am now receiving orders every single day, all month long, over $100,000 a month. And then I ask myself, what does it feel like now that I'm receiving orders every single day and my income is over $100,000 a month? And so when I begin to ask myself, what does my life look like? What does it feel like? I write it down, and I write down what my objective is. Okay, I am now receiving orders every day over $100,000. And then this feeling wells up inside of me because I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm making $100,000 a month. Holy shit. Like, damn. So now, how do I feel? I ask myself, I feel fantastic. I am elated. I love it. I feel free. I have paid off my home. I'm taking my whole family on a vacation, not just the kids. I'm taking my aunt and my cousin, and we are going to the islands. And I'm so excited. So I ask myself over and over, how does it feel now that my business has suddenly taken off? I'm receiving orders every single day that are profitable, that are in stock, over $100,000 of orders every single month. And then I write it down. I go, wow. I feel fantastic. I feel successful. I feel the freedom. I feel that all my hard work is paid off. I am so proud. I feel great. And I start to write down all the things that I feel, and then I embody those emotions. I'm joyful. I feel free. I feel exuberant. And I'm like, yes, girl, we're on fire. And so I work myself up from my normal state of consciousness. If I am vibrating at my normal Koren state of consciousness, doing the activities that I normally do, feeling the way I normally feel, my life doesn't change. I just keep regurgitating the same thing over and over. But when I identify what I want, ask, it already exists. Knowing that it already exists makes it easy. It makes it easy because it's here and it's now, and you're just elevating your state of consciousness, your state of awareness, and who you are. Who you identify yourself with. What are you? Are you a struggling entrepreneur? Are you a struggling mom? It is work. If you're identifying yourself with that, those are the thoughts that you're putting out in your atmosphere, and that is what is coming back to you. Now, when you put your attention and your awareness, as Neville calls this book, The Power of Awareness, when you put your awareness and your consciousness on that which you desire rather than that which already is, you bring your spirit, you bring your energy, you bring who you are up to that, and you become it. And that, my darling, is what assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is, which is one of his most popular phrases that he has adopted. You assume that identity of being joyful, of being excited and exuberant and feeling successful and knowing that you are worthy. So you write down, what do you desire? Then you have to ask yourself, because your inner being already knows, because it's already connected. It knows. You ask yourself, how does it feel now that my business is successful? How does it feel now that I'm working with the best manufacturers and receiving orders every day? And it changes your state. And then you are truly embodying it. And you want to get into that felt experience as much as possible. You do not need to delusionally walk around thinking, oh, I am married, and oh my gosh, I am with the lover of my dreams, or oh my gosh, I have now manifested this house. You don't need to be delusional. You need to shut off all of the external, and you need to go within and ask yourself, how does it feel? How do I feel now that my desires are real? Now that I am living, now that I am experiencing, and what does that feel like? Oh my gosh. Write it down and then read it. Read it to put it in your pocket when you're at work, pull it out in the bathroom. You use the wash your hands and look in the mirror and say, I am now top selling real estate agency in my company. How does it feel now that I'm the top real estate agent on the main line? How does it feel now that I sell 3 homes every day and I'm making $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, and taking care of my family and vacationing in Costa Rica or whatever your heart desires? Ask yourself, how does it feel? Write it down. Once you capture it, it's up to you to go back to it. Doing this once, twice, 10 times, I don't think that you're going to change your inner being and identity permanently. But when you go back to whatever state you reside in habitually, 80% of the time, that is what you identify with. That is what you become. Everything is already here. Creation is finished. It is up to you to assume the feeling of the wish that you desire, of the version of you that you want to be, and then accept it, embody it, and walk in that truth. Period. That is how we create our reality. And the truth is that we're always creating our reality every day. The problem is that we regurgitate the same reality. We have the same conversations in our head over and over. Oh my gosh, how am I going to pay this? I got this coming in. These kids never want to get up. Blah, blah. You are always putting those thoughts forward. Those thoughts have motion in consciousness. They go out before you. So what thoughts are you putting out there? In the beginning, it may feel a little unnatural because you haven't yet trained your mind to make it natural. We're all trainable. Trust me, I've got a couple kids. They can be trained. Men can be trained. Women can be trained. You can be trained. Train your mind to remember what it is like to be what you want to be. So after you do that, write it down. Ask yourself, how does it feel now that I am experiencing bam, bam, bam? and write it down and experience those emotions of joy, of love, of freedom, of happiness, of abundance, however it makes you feel satisfied. I feel desired. I feel wanted. I feel taken care of. I feel successful. I always get things done. That creation part is finished. It is up to you to assume it and live in it. And once you do that and you are 80% of the time that person or that experience or in that place in your heart of hearts, you will see signs, you will see changes, because everything is energy and we are all vibrating. We're all vibrating. Every freaking solid object is really energy. And so once you do that, I promise you, this is the law. It is the law and the promise. Once you change your inner experience, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. Mind your mind. Watch your conversations throughout the day. Write down how you're feeling, how you want to feel in that state, and remind yourself throughout the day, I'm successful. I'm a wonderful entrepreneur. I'm a loving wife. I am wanted, I'm desired, I am worthy, I am abundant, I have choices, I am free, I have traveled, whatever it is that you want to feel or how that makes you feel, capture it and then go there. Go there and be there on a regular basis. And that is how to put Neville Goddard's work into practice, okay? You change that inner felt experience in your self-identity. You embody those emotions, and that is what you are vibrating out to. That is what people around you pick up on, and that is what you will manifest in your life. So, sorry if that video was a little long. I just wanted to share my personal experience, and I really wanted to be able to share how does this stuff work? It's wonderful. We're using it all the time. It's time to use it to your advantage, all right? Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. My name's Koren. I have been reading Neville Goddard's books for the last year. Prior to that, I have read a ton of personal development, spiritual development, and I will tell you, hands down right now, Neville Goddard is my man, okay? So I'm going to be sharing with you his books and the things that I find absolutely amazing so that you can experience the life of your dreams, okay? Thank you. Bye.